Joining me now is Kimberley Strassel, a member of the Wall Street Journal editorial board and author of the new book, Resistance at All Costs: How Trump Haters Are Breaking America. More to the Trump haters in a second, Kimberley. But yesterday, there was so much anticipation on the part of Trump haters, primarily in the press, about Tim Morrison, how he's going to come out and spill the beans. He's the NSC guy who was actually on the call. In fact, he came out and said that there was nothing illegal in his mind that went on. Total disappointment for the left. So for all the bluster, have we heard of any high crimes and misdemeanors? Any evidence of that at all?
I can't find any evidence, David. I mean, you would think, given the Democrats' very strategic leaks and the way that they've been leaking these opening statements from people who are clearly pretty hostile to the president, that they believe they have a high crime and misdemeanor, but they have not sold that to the public because there really is no factual basis so far for it. You have the call transcript. You can read it for yourself. And the important thing is, if you're going to have a quid, you have to have a quo. And the reality is that the Ukrainians didn't even know the aid was being withheld. And in fact, the deal went through, the money flowed, and not on the basis of an investigation. So it's just not there by Democrats' own definition. And
that's why not one single Republican voted for this inquiry yesterday.
Well, I would say that, but also here's the other reason, and I think a really important reason why you saw no Republicans vote for that, because the Democrats have so twisted this process. It's not a fair approach. It doesn't bear any relation to the prior two impeachment proceedings we've had in modern history. It denies the minority the right to call witnesses. It gives Adam Schiff a veto over that. It is continuing to deny the president's legal counsel from taking part. And this is not what you do if you have a solid case and if you're very interested in finding facts and if you want the public to know. This is what you do when you're worried about your case and you're trying to craft and leak a narrative.
Well, and also this is what you do when the last time you tried to impeach the president based on the Mueller report, you end up flat-footed because for all of Adam Schiff's claims that he had evidence of collusion with Russia, Robert Mueller, who went through an extensive investigative process, found none.
Well, that's right. And that was a lesson they learned from that if you do this out in the open and all the facts do come out, that potentially you're not going to win your case. And so this time, it's why we've taken this unprecedented step of holding this in the House Intelligence Committee in secret, where no one has yet seen a transcript. That includes most of Congress has not seen a transcript. And it's why Republicans were right to say, no, we're not going to validate this process. And by the way, if this is a way that this continues, I think the Senate is well in its right to say, you know, we're going to dismiss this motion to dismiss because we can't go to a trial based on rigged evidence.
So in other words, there wouldn't be a Senate, even if there is an impeachment vote, there would not be a Senate trial because McConnell would say nothing doing. He's going to vote against a trial.
Well, you know, you look back into history, and this is what happened in 1998. The precedent is there in that McConnell really doesn't have much choice. He's got to take this up under Senate rules. But in the Clinton impeachment, one of the first things that happened was a Democrat, Robert Byrd from West Virginia, offered a motion to dismiss. It can pass on a simple 51-vote majority. In that case, it failed and the trial proceeded. But, you know, I think there's a lot of Republicans that are saying it would be bad for the Constitution. It would be bad for future use of impeachment if we were to sign off and validate with a trial something that was as irregular as the process leading to this.
You know, Kimberley, Speaker Pelosi is now saying that we've had since the vote happened yesterday, now everything is out in the open, everything is obvious. As you've just mentioned, we still have a lot of secrecy going on. And one of the Democrats, there were two Democrats that joined with the Republicans against this vote. This one is called Colin Peterson. He's from Minnesota, said, and I'm quoting here, "I have some serious concerns with the way the closed-door depositions were run, and am skeptical that we will have a process that is open, transparent, and fair." He's implying that what Pelosi said wasn't true.
Yeah, well, you know, I have been amazed. I've been watching people on some of the other mainstream media saying, oh, this is very similar to what happened in Bill Clinton's impeachment. That's just a falsehood, okay? In the prior impeachment proceedings, Republicans and Democrats had equal ability to call witnesses. They didn't have to go beg the Democrats for permission, which is what Republicans do. Adam Schiff has a veto here. Everything was done. The public was given hundreds of hours of testimony, reams of documents. This is not what's happening here. And Adam Schiff alone, this is the other thing, is going to be able to decide exactly what goes into his report that gets shipped over to the Judiciary Committee. He alone, solely. So what they're going to craft their articles of impeachment on is not going to be from a fair fact-finding exercise. It's going to be from what so far has been a partisan event and will continue to be under this new resolution.
Mr. For Pinocchio, Adam Schiff. We got to leave it at that. Kimberley Strassel, the book is Resistance at All Costs, How Trump Haters Are Breaking America. Congrats on the book. Good luck with it. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Great to see you, David.